Welcome to a Week 1 edition of the Mountain West Blitz. I'm Stormy Buonantony. UNLV kicks off its 2016 campaign at home this Thursday against Jackson State. And congratulations to the Wyoming women's basketball team who upset an undefeated and number 15 ranked Colorado last night, 82-75. Big win for the Pokes in Boulder. Ron Carragher and San Jose State got a taste of the postseason in 2015 and are looking to repeat this fall.
Catching passes from Derek Carr, now from Aaron Rodgers. Not too bad of guys to be throwing you the ball.
Not bad at all.
The Air Force Academy players are wearing some pretty unique alternative uniforms today, and what they're calling the Air Power Legacy Series Shark Tooth helmets. The Shark Tooth design was based off of what was painted on the noses of P-40 planes during World War II, the Flying Tiger Squadron. It's a look that you can still see today on the A-10 Warthogs in the Air Force. Scott Richardson, the equipment manager who came up with this whole concept, said it's called the Legacy Series because they want to feature a different aircraft in the look over the next few years. F-16s are in the mix next with C-17s and F-35s in the mix for future looks. Coach Calhoun said earlier in the week, if these uniforms are a way for the team to share and honor the tradition of the U.S. Air Force, then he's all for it. But these helmets aren't going to help them gain another yard or get another tackle, guys.
Hawaii was on the winning side of what was arguably the biggest upset in the Mountain West this season when they beat Air Force in double overtime on the road. That's a game that snapped what was a 15-game home win streak for the Falcons. They don't win that game in October. They're not in the postseason. How significant was that win for the team this year?
Something that I noticed, I don't know if the fans at home can see, but I just want to acknowledge the sock game on set from Jesse and Dakota. If you guys want to show that to everybody, that's pretty great over there.
There you go.
Oh, you
got a logo on it.
Coach Long said he thinks their last meeting with Wyoming took an emotional toll on both teams. He said that last week Wyoming didn't look as fast in their loss to New Mexico and that his defense looked sluggish against Colorado State. He also made sure to clarify that this week is different. Players love to play and it's championship week.
And I saw a video that was put together. It had your teammates, friends, coaches all kind of congratulating you on the accomplishment. And Rachel West, in her congrats to you, said, you may not be able to sing, but you sure can score some points. What's that all about?
You told me that if you guys won this game today, after the game, you were going to go build a snowman.
Shout out to Dino, baby. Hey, shout out Dino in the building, baby.
If it was snow here, I'd go build a snowman somewhere, do a little angel on the ground.
How proud are you your senior year to get it done with this group of guys on this field in this hostile environment on the road?
It's been a hell of a journey, man.
Your defense was absolutely relentless out there. You called Josh Allen the best quarterback in this league, and you put him into a lot of tricky positions where he made a lot of uncharacteristic mistakes. How about your defensive effort? Well, speaking to Donnell Pumphrey, yes, Houston has one of the best run defenses in the country, but they'll definitely have their hands full with the SDSU run game. DJ having over 2,000 yards this season and chasing what is the NCAA career record for rushing yards. He's going to play his last game in an Aztec uniform in the Las Vegas Bowl. Can you talk a little bit about the impact that he's had as a player on that program?
Justin James and Hayden Dalton are two of Wyoming's top production players, and they come off the bench in large part because Coach Edwards says he likes the energy that they're able to bring to the game off the bench, and he likes the depth and athleticism of those players. And talking to Hayden Dalton yesterday, he said he likes coming off the bench because he can get a feel for the game over the first couple minutes before he gets in there. He can get a little bit anxious. So expect to see more of that today, a lot of bench production from these Wyoming Cowboys.
And a kick ball, and let's check in with Stormy.
Well, Ari, during that last break, Coach Edwards was over here in the huddle saying, what are you doing? You guys can't be coasting just because you have a lead. Where's your intensity? The intensity is what got you that lead in the first place. He said, we're shooting ourselves in the foot, and I know that that's been something he's stressed with his team for a while now. Don't lose the game on your own.
Thank you, Stormy.
That's great insight. Hear what Coach Edwards had to say.
Coach, you said Georgia State presented a lot of challenges, particularly in that run defense. What are you liking out of your offensive production?
Well, I mean, being able to establish the fullback certainly helps.
Defensively, how do you feel your guys are handling these two quarterbacks?
Well, it's a challenge. It is.
Well, Ray, you mentioned a little bit ago seeing how Georgia State was going to be affected by this altitude. The defense was gassed last week in the fourth quarter because they couldn't get off the field. I asked Coach Miles if there were any concerns about fatigue in the second half today in terms of altitude, and he said he didn't want to make an issue of it. In fact, when he came here with Notre Dame as an assistant in 2002, they didn't bring oxygen just because they didn't want to put that in guys' heads. I just found out that they did not bring oxygen with them here today either. It's been national story in recent weeks. Emmanuel Amagbo lost his parents and 2-year-old niece and nephew in a house fire, and the conditions that he's been playing under in recent weeks have been absolutely incredible. Today, this game with Nevada was actually supposed to be the first time his parents were going to see him play in a college basketball game. The last time he was on this court, he received a standing ovation from the fans. It was a very important performance for him. Today, another difficult game, but another important performance. Emmanuel Amagbo has 5 points and 18 rebounds today on a day that his parents were supposed to be at this game. Talk a little bit about what he brought to this team today.
I mean, how cool is that?
I know that Coach Eustace says that you're family, and the amazing community outpour that there's been from Ram Nation in supporting you. How has basketball been a positive, and how excited are you to getting back to it with this team?
Thanks, Jesse. While for the Cowboys, a title game is somewhat unfamiliar territory, it's become almost an expectation in recent years here on the Mesa. San Diego State is the defending Mountain West champion and is looking for what could be a third league title in the last 5 years.
They knocked it down, and the Aztecs are the Mountain West champions.
That means a lot, going out on top, back-to-back championship, my senior year. That would mean everything. That's something I could brag to my kids about it later on in their life, so that would be something great to do.
You get very few chances to be in a championship game, so they ought to enjoy it when they get the chance, and it doesn't matter what's happened before. We qualified to be in the championship game. In our league, there's 10 other teams that wish they were in our spot, so it's not a bad thing.
It's a veteran group that's been here before, not only on the championship stage, but today the team is just 9 days removed from their last meeting at Wyoming, a 34-33 thriller in which the Aztecs fell short despite a 99-yard drive-in score in the final minute.
It's tough for me, because I try to take pride, getting the guys going like some of the other seniors do. So I mean, that was just a tough game to swallow, with how we played. But we're excited to get out there and get after it this week and kind of have a better feel for them. So I mean, we're excited just to get another chance and really prove ourselves this week.
Neither Coach Long nor his players have ever played the same team in such a short time.
Which makes it a little weird that you're playing the same team over again, but I bet you it's the same for them. Now, I think both teams know each other very, very well, but that always worries the coach because they're going to put some wrinkles in that we've never seen before, and obviously we're putting some wrinkles in that they probably haven't seen before.
Last year, the motto was Win 20, after notching the team's 20th conference championship in program history.
And Rocky Long's got him a championship.
Now, winning 21 and keeping the tradition alive is what's on the line.
It's all we worked for this whole past year, just to get another championship. We're putting these last 2 games behind us, trying to come out a different team and get back to what we were.
We see the task at hand this week. We know the great opportunity we have and another shot at Wyoming. So, we're excited. We're ready to go. I mean, we learned from it. We learned from our mistakes, but, we're over it. We're ready to go this week.
Oh, we're all very excited to have another shot at Wyoming.
After 16 consecutive conference wins, which was the longest active streak in the nation, San Diego State closed the regular season with back-to-back league losses. The sting is more than fresh, but there's no sense of panic from the Aztec locker room, and the team came out for their first practice of the week with a sour taste in their mouth, a point to prove, and a belief that they are still the team to beat in the Mountain West. From San Diego, California, I'm Stormy Buonantony with the Mountain West Network.